Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bruins will kick it away. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do.
He's loose. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, UCLA!
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you could tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Shakes off the defender. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
To throw, it's Sellers. Keeps looking downfield. Pulls it in. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Lofts one high and deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll give it to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
That's caught. It's Robinson. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That's a really good play by the defender. I think quarterbacks, when they see these routes, and they think they can get these routes pretty much at will because my receivers are so fast. I usually get such a big cushion, and then when they sit down for that comeback route, it's usually open, but that defender says, no, sir, not in my building.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And they get to him and sack the quarterback. time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Sellers. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And the Gamecocks pick up the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Brown. Pressure coming. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bruins will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Defense showing blitz here. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Got his man downfield. Ernie on the Jets. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They'll send the back in motion. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. This time it's complete. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3. Lined up for the 3, and it's a fake. They want to throw it. The Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Brown. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed. Stopped in the backfield. It moves to 2nd down. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
With the catch, it's Bennett. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
So now it's 2nd and long. Going to the running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Wide receiver going in motion. Toss to the outside. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Looking to scramble. At the 35, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
With jet sweep pass. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Tight game. Final period. And this crowd plans to finish strong. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got the first down and more. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. Got it. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal.
Hey, listen, I'm going to look across the board if I'm a quarterback, and I'm going to find my matchups. And I got man-to-man, and I got a corner route. I throw that thing towards the sideline, let my receiver do the rest, and he does. Goes up and catches the football while he's being guarded and contested. That's a tough catch.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Bruins! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. The play-action fake. Quarterback moving. Fires on the move. Got him, and nobody's close. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
What a big play in the fourth quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They go right back to it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the back. He's got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Did the hard part, put a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. Slam in. He is in, and they roll the dice. Won't settle for the tie. They take the lead with a 2-point conversion. Oh, look at Mr. Hinkman, and he loses the football. Scooped up by the kicking team. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And This is why a lot of...
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Levin. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Back to pass. Looking left. He's got it. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man on the right. Smashes through the tackle. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Sun Devils had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And I like the play call because when you get in the red zone, you get more man-to-man. The field shrinks. What do? Put a guy in motion, good timing, get it to him. And how about the receivers on the outside blocking up their guys, and he takes it all the way in for the touchdown.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. stopped at the 15. For a man, it's Morton. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Virgil. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Virgil. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Gonna look downfield again. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Red Raider! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that, but the offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Levitt. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Udo. He breaks a tackle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Wants to go up top on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Here comes the heat. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was...
There he goes! Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Turns it loose deep. That one's going to keep him awake tonight as he just missed it.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Going to take a shot. And he reels it in inside the 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. Back to pass. It's Morton. Throws for the tight end. Big fella moving. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The snap sets up the throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Udo. Crosses the 40. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Got a man. It's Udo. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Dances away. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted to stop the threat. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Morton. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Wide open spaces. And they swarm him under.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Red Raiders are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Joyner. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. They They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Using his legs, it's Joyner. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
The RPO, it's complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It is good. And now they've taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Big time kick late in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Under fire. Finds his tight end. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The short hands, it's Udo. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Powers through the defenders. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And the extra point was good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Morton. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to...
Lost one deep down the right side. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight in.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Utes will put total leather and we'll get started. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. It's a seam wide open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Oh, out of space. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Cougars look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Pulls it in, it's Broussard. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cougars. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Gonna run it. It's Parker. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Working that left side now. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He might want another play. So first down here as they go back to work. wants to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Utes.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he added the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Pulls it in, it's McGarry. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Holds and fires complete to the right.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Cougars come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Fires to the wideout. By himself, he makes the grab. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
He caught it, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw. It's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Lots of running room. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On On second and goal, they go right back to it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. Third and goal from the 2. Trying to punch it in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This is a really big play for both teams. Fourth and goal from the 2. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Utah! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something.
Oh, it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Pick up of 5, it'll be third down and 5. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. He wants to change this route. Shotgun snap on third down. Throwing right. Makes a connection. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the gun. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Utes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Coming out with it, it's Butler. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the run to start this second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Back to pass, it's Wegman. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Houston wants to play fast.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Fourth and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He makes a catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On the run, it's Parker. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Dampier. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Utah 28, Houston 14.
After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. The throw. He's got an open man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Houston has it with a first and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. Touchdown, Houston. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next move.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. 1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To throw, it's Wegman. Bringing the heat. He wants a big play here late. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch play. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I tell you, you don't see fullbacks in college football too often anymore, but how about that guy on that play? Catching the ball for a first down. Nice.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, then those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Floating away. On the run, fires downfield. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit.
He's got it, first down and more. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Johnson wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Roberson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Falcons started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They want to throw. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Falcons. Quick strike through the air for the score.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fair catch called for and made. Motion from the wideout. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the set. Get set.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Johnson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Great place to start for this offense. Might be changing the route. Johnson looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
The Falcons are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Good timing on the quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle, it's Johnson. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He'll do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that 1st down. I love when I have a...
There he goes! They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. They'll immediately call timeout.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the catch. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room.
And that's a nice end to this 1st half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to...
He's loose. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases, get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete on third down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Using his legs to buy some time. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Motion from the wide receiver. Johnson wants to throw it. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
It'll be 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Trying to get the corner. Slithers into space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter. Get on the edge quickly. The receiver's better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards. Get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far.
Turning on the Jets. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score here. 14, Washington State, 3.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll run play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. You can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there. And
the field goal unit is on the field. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
This drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Looking to throw again. Going to try to get it himself. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. This offense has it with really good field position.
And this really puts it out of reach. I mean, it was already a tall order, and you had to be aggressive in this situation, but now with this turnover, this one's all but over.
Awesome job.
welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Seminoles will kick it away first. The ball squirts through the end zone. Touchback, they'll bring it out to the 25. Close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running behind that left side.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Edwards. Now improvising. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Let's it fly. It's complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Makes the grab. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Picked off! reception. Takes it the other way. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense putting points on the board. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Florida State 7, Wisconsin 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Edwards. Dumps it off in the flats. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, nice job there by the defender in coverage one-on-one with the running back out in the flat. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down. Gain of no yards.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Mason. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step-off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He'll get rid of it. It's caught. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. There he goes. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll try the run. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
They'll pass on the 50-yard field goal try and instead try to pick up the 1st down here on 4th. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Badgers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Webster. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Going right to work up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Got it in the middle. It's McCoy. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Looking downfield. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
At the 45 on his way. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Seminoles line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The pass falls incomplete. It's second down.
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Flames will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. He's got him. No chance to run, but still a good game.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He's looking to throw on third and short. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Pressure coming. The sweet feet buy a little time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
This time on target. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Back to pass on second down. Here comes the heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. They've got the screen set up. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
The give to the tailback. Wide open spaces. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. First play of the period will be a second down. Rides to back and leaves it. It's a seam wide open. Oh, a lot of space. The 30. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
One of the things I love about college football, guys, the good old option play. I know the game's changing and we're moving to tempo and spread, but the option is still well and alive. QB pitching it to his tailback to see what he can do.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's Vasco. Grabbed in the middle, it's Montgomery. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
Come on, defense. You can't forget about the fullback. I know you don't see him too often, but this is a guy that can make plays, and on that one, he catches it for a first down.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Liberty. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tate. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Motion from the back. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. It's a running room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he tacks on the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Vasco. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And They bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
The Flames will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Timeout called by the defense as they're first in the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Release to the back. With the catch, it's Gray. There he goes to the left. He's loose. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Sayin. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Boy, he almost finished this half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Man, and they tried the surprise onside to start the 2nd half. And this game's a great game. It's been back and forth, tied football game. Maybe trying to jumpstart yourself. But I'll tell you what, now you put your defense in a bind. Let's see how they respond.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And a nice 2nd effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective.
Touchdown, Flames! And that one will give them the lead.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Graham. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Looking down the middle. He's got it. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. Jukes his way for more. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs. Boom.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for a pass.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
To the air, it's Basco. Hubs it downfield. Another incompletion on third down.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on fourth down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to throw. It's Vasco. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Got his man. There he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The give is to Williams. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dickens. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Flames have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Tight end finds a soft spot. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the first down. Now we got to get some chunk plays, get this ball across the 50, and get in scoring position.
grab near the marker. It's Smith. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Peoples.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up.
Slams it! Touchdown, Ohio State! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Steps away. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Still looking on the move. Here's a throw downfield late. Brings it down on the right side. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Vasco. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Just took a shot down the field, didn't get it, so you've got time for one more play. Everybody thinking Hail Mary right now. I know the odds don't say you're going to come up with it, but man, we have seen crazy things happen.
Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And what a way for this defense to end it. A pick as time runs out. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensive?
Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 24th-ranked team in the land, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Cardinals will kick it away to start us off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Turning on the Jets. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The sure hands. It's Edwards. On the move at the 30. Inside. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Watson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Makes a man miss. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Pulls it in. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Cardinals will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Moss. He's going for it all. Snags it on the right. Turning it on. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Cardinals are on the move.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes a grab. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I'll tell you what.
Welcome to the banks of the Raritan in Piscataway, New Jersey. SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. And the Scarlet Knights need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
The Gamecocks have a lot of options on second and inches. Right back to him on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Got his man quickly. There he goes. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get into them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The inside handoff. Oh, he's got a chance. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
South Carolina 7, Rutgers 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing it in, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Just going to keep it after the snap. Wide open spaces. It's a seam wide open. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
Rutgers, 7.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. He'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage, because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Look out, he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? He'll toss it. Creates a little space. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the tight end. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Hand off from the gun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. Motion from the wide receiver. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. On target to the left. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. First and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Scarlet Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes a connection. And the defense drags him down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Scarlet Knights are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's going to look for a man on third and short. He's got it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Campbell. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers.
Now, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense, and now we take it into halftime.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
South Carolina, 21.
The Scarlet Knights will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. This quarterback part of their running game. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Now staring at a third and short from the 40.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some...
Oh, a lot of space. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
South Carolina, 28. Rutgers, 14.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking.
It's a running room. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, it's out. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Scarlet Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Got a man. It's Campbell. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
South Carolina, 28. Rutgers, 14.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Running into the open space. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
4th down, same as 1st, same as 2nd, same as 3rd for this offense. Going for it in a big-time moment. Get the big 1st down. This game, you're running out of time defensively. You're going to have to find a way to get a stop, even if it takes 4 downs.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Fires to the tight end. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of this big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. A timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too.